The big heavyweight fight is coming up in Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury, and I would like to take this video to dedicate it to Oleksandr Usyk. As you may know, the Studs channel loves these Ukrainian boxers, as Andy has already made a video about Lomachenko. You guys can always check that one out. But I want to talk about Oleksandr Usyk because a lot of people are kind of writing him off just solely based off the Tyson Fury hype and the Tyson Fury physicals. A lot of people call Tyson Fury the heavyweight GOAT, standing at 6'9" and a weight of 278 pounds, while Usyk is standing at 6'3" with a weight of 220 to 230 pounds. And so the overall physicals is kind of outmatching, and you can see that in the face-offs where Tyson Fury is kind of looking down at Oleksandr Usyk. And Tyson Fury with a reach of 85 inches and Oleksandr Usyk at a reach of 78, we have a crazy disparity in physicals, yet I don't think it's going to be such an easy fight for Tyson Fury. I really do think Oleksandr Usyk can pull this through, as he does it every single time. Oleksandr Usyk is 21-0, but that does not say the full story, as he has an immense amateur career just like Lomachenko, just like the Ukrainian boxers, and he has a total record of 335 wins and 15 losses in the amateurs. So this is not someone that is less experienced of Tyson Fury, who has a record of 34 wins, 0 losses, and that one no contest, as this fight is kind of a tale of what can Usyk really do with Tyson Fury. Although the Gypsy King is stand so tall, we do see that he's had trouble with these shorter, stockier, and better footwork fighters like Steve Cunningham. I think everyone has always come back to this fight where Steve Cunningham, although he did lose by KO against Tyson Fury, he looked great. He looked like he was outboxing Tyson, and he was looking really good before the knockout eventually happened. And the accolades and the sort of stature of Steve Cunningham is kind of similar than Oleksandr Usyk's. Steve Cunningham stood at 6'3" with an 82-inch reach. Now, he does have 4 inches of reach than Oleksandr Usyk, but let's not talk about Steve Cunningham, no offense to him, like he's Oleksandr Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk is a professional. He is one of the best cruiserweights we have seen, and when we do tail it up, he is more of a polished fighter than Steve Cunningham is at heavyweight. And with a sort of game plan that we've seen Tyson Fury have issues with, it also does tell that Tyson Fury has not really fought a heavyweight boxer like Oleksandr Usyk in a while. He's fought guys like Deontay Wilder. He's fought guys like Derek Chisora, who are more of a plotter, and they're trying to look for one punch, very telegraphed. Oleksandr Usyk throws a buttload of feints. He throws a buttload of different reads throwing at you, and as well as his footwork is just 10 times better than any heavyweight that Tyson Fury has fought. And another thing is, Usyk is a southpaw, and we do see that Tyson Fury does have issues with these southpaws. We saw it a little bit against Dillian Whyte, where Dillian Whyte will kind of stand southpaw, and Tyson Fury didn't really throw as much as he would as if Dillian Whyte was an orthodox fighter. And also with Francis Ngannou, when Francis did switch, when he constantly did his switching, like how a lot of MMA fighters do, Tyson Fury kind of looked puzzled. And although yes, he is in a fight camp where he's probably sparring a ton of southpaws, he's probably getting used to the southpaw rhythm, not a lot of southpaws fight like Oleksandr Usyk. Not a lot of heavyweights fight like Oleksandr Usyk, constantly looking for that outside foot and a guy that can have the gas tank to last 12 rounds. Oleksandr Usyk has a gas tank, and if you look at all of his fights, what are the rounds that he usually sweeps by? It is 10, 11, and 12. He always wins those last 3 rounds, as he is an amateur boxer. He is a boxer at heart, and he knows how to steal rounds. He knows how to take rounds from people. This is a boxer that isn't really looking for a finish. If it does appear to him, he will always grab at it, but he knows how to win rounds. He is a boxer at heart. In my opinion, I think Tyson Fury needs to think that this fight ends at round 9. This fight has to end at round 9 or earlier. I think Tyson Fury needs to think of a finish, because those last 3 rounds are going to Usyk. Usyk figures everyone out. When the heavyweights get tired, Usyk does not get tired, and all the feints start adding up in the 10th, 11th, and 12th round. So I do think Tyson Fury needs to think finish 9th. He needs to finish in that 9th round. Also, even though he's 6'9", we haven't seen a heavyweight really invest in the body against Tyson Fury. I mean, listen, Tyson is a huge man, but his head movement is sublime. His head movement is one of the best we've ever seen. And in terms of heavyweight, it's one of the best we've ever seen. And comparatively to other boxers that Usyk has fought, he's always invested in the body. Against Anthony Joshua, he had that nice straight down the body. He's always invested in that body, and it makes no sense why you would try to headhunt against Tyson Fury. I think Usyk is going to be the first person to actually not really headhunt and try to go into the body, try to invest in the body in the earlier rounds, because it is there. It is always going to be there, especially from that southpaw position where Usyk can step outside the lead foot and fire that two across right to the body. I don't think it's a smart idea to really go to the head if you're Oleksandr Usyk, because number one, Tyson Fury is almost impossible to head to the head, and when he is, it's such a weird position because you end up in this sort of close range battle with Tyson Fury, who can lean on you, can put his weight on you, and that's how he gets you tired. And so I do think Usyk needs to invest in that body so that he can have a lot easier of a fight here. Listen, Tyson Fury, he's a great athlete, but he is not all chiseled to stone, and we've seen Usyk slow down fighters. We've seen him slow down Anthony Joshua. We've seen him slow down fighters from investing in that body early and getting people to get used to his footwork and get complacent with his rhythm. The body's right there, and Usyk needs to understand that. And I think with all the tools that you do lay out, this is a very stylistic nightmare for Tyson Fury. Now, physically, it's not stylistically of a nightmare, but comparatively of all the heavyweights that Tyson Fury's fought, it pales into comparison of who Usyk is. And what is Usyk? Usyk is a cruiserweight at heart. Usyk fights like these lower weighted boxers. He fights with the footwork of these lower weighted boxers, and the sort of tail and the going into the 12th sort of feeling is always what Usyk looks for. It's not a usual heavyweight, and I think Tyson Fury needs to understand that it's not a usual heavyweight that he's up against. This is a heavyweight that stands at 230 pounds, who is looking to outbox you, who's looking to constantly piece you, not looking for the knockout, not looking for this big one punch. He's looking to outsmart you and outbox you and be able to outpace you in the later rounds. And I do feel like if Tyson Fury tries that box with Oleksandr Usyk, this is going to be a competitive match, because Usyk is beautiful at slipping the one, and the jab is something that Usyk has learned from years of boxing to completely terminate and completely get rid of when he's in this boxing exchange. Usyk has been known for terminating this jab. We've seen it against Anthony Joshua, against Derek Chisora, against Tony Bellew, where the jab just starts going out of the window and he starts to slowly pour it on. He slips into this two or slips into the body. And I think with that, Usyk can terminate one of the biggest weapons in Tyson Fury, which is that jab. I think Tyson Fury needs to be a bully. And I think that the fight that he really has to look at is the first fight that Usyk had at heavyweight against Derek Chisora. That Derek Chisora was able to land a couple of shots in the early rounds where he can kind of be a bully and he can kind of move Usyk back. Usyk is someone that will run rings around you, but if you do pressure him, he's very pressurable. He can get pressured very easily. And with the physical stature of Tyson Fury, the fight can be very interesting if he is able to get Usyk on the back foot, if he can get him against the ropes, where that's when Tyson Fury can start doing his hop feints, doing his jab feints, and he can really start wearing at you and start making it his fight. That's not going to be an easy task though, because Usyk is known for outpacing you. He's known for outworking you. And with this sort of Tyson Fury, who knows if we're going to get a tip-top shape Tyson Fury where he is super fit, he is super ready. Who knows what type of Tyson Fury we're going to get, because I do think if we do see this little bit more of a flappy, fat Tyson Fury, the outworking and the outpacing that Usyk can put on Tyson can make this fight very interesting. It comes down to, can Tyson Fury fight a southpaw very efficiently like he will against an orthodox fighter? Can Usyk invest in that body? Can Usyk actually run and start controlling the pace of the fight where he can get on the outside foot while Tyson Fury is mainly just trying to catch the guy? And the very big question is Tyson Fury actually in the game, because against Francis Ngannou, that was not a Tyson Fury that we usually see. And who knows how Tyson Fury feels. He's already been retired. He's looking for retirement, and he's looking after this fight to just completely go away from the sport. So who knows where the mind is at of Tyson Fury's. And I think that's a very big question, because I do think this is a very easy fight for Tyson Fury if he game plans properly. However, I personally think that he's not going to be as game plan heavy, and I think Usyk is able to run around Tyson Fury for 12 rounds. And I do think Usyk will win this by points if we do not get an urgent Tyson Fury, because Usyk is a guy that can get pressured, he can get bullied solely based off the fact that he's 230 in the heavyweight division. And if he can really start pushing the pace on Usyk, this fight is all about pace. I think whoever controls the ring and the dictation of the feints and the pace, I think wins this fight very easily. Guys, let me know how you feel. Let me know who you guys have in this fight. This is one of the more anticipated heavyweight fights of the decade, of this new era of heavyweights. Let me know in the comments what else you guys are looking for. I am down to do whatever videos you guys are open to. It's been Santi. It's been Studs.